Meeting open at 3:34. And you already sent these out, didn't you, Karen? Yes, okay. Did you read yours, right, or not?
I did.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to make a motion to accept the minutes?
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I never got
Okay,
back to you, but,
okay.
yeah, so
Either did Matt.
we're all up to speed with these. I'll make a motion then to accept the minutes from the February 27, 2024 meeting.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that's done. All right, my head is just in Neverland, I hate to tell you, so you just have to bear with me. All right. Mr. Bruce.
Uh-oh.
Here we
I'm up
go.
first,
I just
huh?
have some questions. There's only questions.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Quick and easy then.
all right. The thing that I don't understand, and I'm just asking,
Yep.
under the education,
Yes.
what are all them classes?
Well, the new IAAO,
Yeah.
those are new courses that we have to take because of the new AP5 and stuff like that, so
So-
those are accredited courses. That's
For,
something we have
but
to
what's
do.
AP5? You have to explain to me.
We used to have Classic down there for our Patriot, then we went to AP5 because of the VADAR. So we had to do a conversion from Classic to AP5.
Okay.
To use the VADAR.
Okay, so
And now
this
with
is,
the new VADAR installed and with the AP5 Classic, with the AP5,
Mhm.
we're suggested to use the IAAO
Okay.
courses too, because they bring a lot more to, and they're accredited courses with the state as well too. So the
Okay.
more courses we take, the more credits we get as well.
okay. What's USPAP?
Those are the other courses too, they're just all different courses.
Okay.
I don't have the exact name for the
Right.
abbreviation,
Yep.
but they're all sanctioned courses that are
Yeah.
run by the state.
Well, I don't know these things.
Acronyms, yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, I know MAAO, so.
Yes.
HHCCA. Quarterly training, and then year end.
That is for.
Quarterly training was a lot, 1440.
Yes, that was for our 3 assessors and for Ben Joe.
What is it?
as an assessor. That's the quarterly training for the Assessors Association,
For MAAO.
Yes.
But they call it
HHCA.
HHCA. Okay, now, two questions on the reval expense. You went down 3,500 and then you went down 2,000 on appraisal. I just paid 3,700
Okay,
on the appraisal service, so I was kind of surprised when I saw the 2,000.
probably because what would happen with Roy, what we do with the reevaluation system, we have a certain amount of cards we use too. We probably didn't use them all this year. We use typically 100 cards a year, steel cards a year.
Mhm.
So if we had that credit, we didn't use them all, we probably had a little bit of credit later on. And last year, we also had to do,
Right, but I just paid 3,700.
yes, where are we at though?
I paid 37 out of the appraisal. Okay, I'm looking on the first page.
Yes, we paid 30,
So 2,500 and two, so that's,
$4,500.
all right, so you have, it's
The
interim
reevaluation
fees.
expenses is $2,500 itself.
Right, I understand, because of less,
Right, the less cards and everything else of that nature.
okay. Yeah, well, when I see things going down by almost half, I kind of,
Yeah, well, we've been very lucky and very fortunate with the board we have now, we've been going out ourselves and doing
Yep.
quite a bit ourselves. So when someone comes up and says, for an example, if you came up and said you had a problem with your property, we'll go out and look at it, if you're not happy, we'll send a third party, which is Roy. We've been able to do it ourselves as a board, and
Yep,
we've been very
yep,
happy, and very
yep,
successful.
yep.
But when we do have a few properties, we'll send them out as a third party.
Okay.
But we've been very lucky this year
Right.
where everybody's.
well,
hasn't been complaining.
you know, I don't mind people cutting, but I just don't want you to cut yourself and then,
No,
and then
these-
you're gonna
these
come
are
saying,
calls
oh
from
yeah,
Roy,
by
so
the
yes.
way, you know, at the
Right.
November. let's see.
We did get a notice from Roy too, so we know what our bill is.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have a question?
I had a question under capital. What's the Vadar boat excise?
That is a new, well, it
No, it's
isn't
not
new, it's
new,
been
right.
out for quite a few years. We've never done it before in this town because we don't have a lot of boats, we don't have a lake, we don't have any place to moor. But by state law, we are supposed to be collecting boat taxes by state law. We've been to a few different courses, now we're saying we have a new board, so we've been going and learning as much as we can and doing what we can. And under the Mass General State Law, we are supposed to be collecting boat taxes. We don't have anything in place for that, like the software thing for it. So we're gonna have
Okay,
to
so
buy that
this is a
software.
This is software
This is the
so that you
software
can
so we
do,
can get from the registry, how many boats are registered, what sizes, things of that nature, and then we can kind of go from there.
so we're gonna spend $7,300 over the next 3 years to collect $400 in
We
excise
don't
tax.
know,
The
we
problem
don't know,
is,
but it's a state
you have
general
no
law.
option.
I know,
Yeah.
I'm
If
just,
we want to be in compliance with the
Mhm.
laws,
Yeah.
I understand,
And that'll be an article at town meeting,
okay.
because it's under capital. Capital is doing that, not
Okay.
us. And I think, the only thing was the Adobe. It didn't look like you put that in your expenses. I don't think that's a
yeah,
capital
that was in
item.
there,
Oh, was it?
because that's $19.99 a month,
He-
$239.
Yeah, he put 240 in under that.
Oh, okay. I got
So,
it
okay.
circled, and it says expense, don't ask.
So you've got a budget for it, whether, yeah, okay. All right,
And then
very
the computer and the monitor should be coming out of the selectmen's IT account.
Right, that's what
Okay.
they had explained to us, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I've got.
Okay. Who wants to be next? How about you, Mr. Jeremy?
Sure.
Let me get to you.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate it.
Yep, have a good one.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for,
you.
Later.
I appreciate it.
Glad you.
I knew it'd be short and sweet,
I
so.
do always do, thank you.
Yep. Okay. So I
I
got,
don't know, I did change a little something, I don't know if you guys got the changed copy, Jim Farrar and
what's the total dollar?
I. $791,098.99.
Yeah.
We have
So,
that.
Okay,
number,
good.
number one, I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, okay? Fix your salaries to 0, okay? If it's 760, move it up to
No,
8,
no change, she's saying.
Okay,
315088. The next one would
Okay.
be 19528. We don't want,
so we don't want change.
we don't want no change.
Gotcha,
Okay.
no change.
I know Ray had a question on the beavers.
Yep,
Let's see if I can remember my, I did make a note to myself.
Well, it says beaver, and I know I wouldn't be asking about the beavers.
I put notes on the snow, which
Yeah,
we'll talk
we can
about in a minute,
but
but
yep.
what was my question about the beavers, if anything?
is it, how much, maybe why it costs so much? It's the only other thing I can
Well, just
think
talk about the beavers, what's the deal with the
Okay,
beavers?
so obviously, beavers have, as a nuisance, have been a very, very large issue in town
Right,
for a long time.
right,
Trapping is basically the best way to deal with this at this time, because in order for the town to do any, like water flow issues with
Right.
beaver dams to try and preserve the wildlife, we then take ownership of the dam. So if the dam breaks and washes somebody's property out, the town's on the hook for it.
okay,
So we can't touch the beavers' dams and habitats. We have to hire a contractor to come in
State
and
license.
handle it.
Because
And
they
that-
be liable then.
Because they hold the liability, not
not
us.
us, okay, so it's a way to offset our liabilities.
Exactly.
It's risk management.
Because they want us to do some serious aggressive campaign of going after the beavers. But again, it's gotten more and more expensive. We actually have a guy's contracted for the next month or two to go in on North Street
Yeah.
and take out a lot of
Yeah,
the
because
problems.
that's what happens down where the bottom of where
It
road gets
floods.
flood,
Yeah.
comes down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so the last 2 years, you've spent 3,000
Yes.
contracting.
Yes.
Is that enough? Do you feel like it's gonna be?
It's here's the thing, is
Yeah.
like, we've got a handle on of half a dozen of the really bad spots. There are more spots and they're always popping up, and sometimes they come back after a few years, so it's more of a maintenance issue.
Right,
I think we got some extra money in the special to kind of really clamp down on our major problem area.
Okay.
I'm hoping we can maintain with this.
okay.
Don't want to increase it unless I feel like it's, again, I've seen a little bit of, we've actually made progress
Okay,
in the last couple of
so
years.
you're holding steady with
I'm
this?
holding
Okay.
steady because I just don't feel like, I feel like we can manage with that. If,
Okay.
you know, we run out of money, we get them on the next round,
Okay.
you know, and we try to do our best to maintain. The culverts and stuff are the biggest issue, because it floods the roads.
Yep.
And that's where
Okay.
we are fighting them every day. But again, that's easy, because that's labor. We send a guy out every day to go check all our culverts and all our problem areas, just to maintain them until the trapper can get there.
Okay, the next one, and of course, you know, whenever I ask questions, it's nothing personal. You put in a 5% for yourself.
Yes.
Where others are doing a 3.
Yeah.
So you're.
Well, it is my 9th year,
Mhm.
would be step raise, even if I
Yeah.
was in
Yeah.
that position. The majority of my staff are getting step raises this year.
Yeah.
And basically, my pay is getting left behind.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just asking, you
And
know.
not that I would take it, but I had a job offer for more money than I'm making now in a smaller town with smaller money and less responsibility, and I do not want to leave.
Yeah.
But I would like my salary to come close to reflecting what
Yep.
they're making,
Yep.
even though it's not
Right.
close, but it's a little better.
Yeah, well, I'm just
No,
asking,
no,
you know.
that's it.
You know, that's what we're here for.
No, I know, and I know it's a salary position, you know, I average between 200 to 300 extra hours a year.
Oh, I,
On average,
I
so
know.
that's.
well, it's snow and ice, yeah, I mean, really, no, I know you are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but that-
it's
but what I'm
understandable,
saying,
that's
you
part
know,
of the job.
Right, but
so.
what I'm saying is, if and when we go meet with the selectmen to go over our budget,
Yeah.
they're gonna say, well, what's this for?
Yeah,
Yeah, we just
And-
have to have answers.
That's all. Now, the next thing is snow and ice.
yes,
So I got some information ready. What I was suggesting that we increase it.
okay,
The last time it was increased was 2009.
Yep.
And so you got your pen, you want to write this down.
Yep.
In fiscal year 20, they returned 6,720. In 21, they returned 8,186. 22, we had a deficit of 46,723.21. 23 was a deficit 29,852.77.
Give me that number again.
The last
23.
29,852.77. And this year, we're at 751.65. Knock on wood,
so let's hope.
there's no more.
751.
.665, $751.65 to date.
Deficit?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
So technically, you know, the big expense, and I'm gonna let Jeremy talk, and, you know, I just see once in a while, and I'm sure it's the salt and the pay increase for the plow drivers.
Mhm.
So you can ask Jeremy, and what I had suggested was going up to 28 on the salaries and increasing the snow and ice expense by 15 to make it a 153,000 instead of 134,560. I can subtract that. And that way there, I thought so it's like $18,000,
Hmm.
you know. The thing is, I just don't want to go too high, because once we change this number, we can't change it back.
Exactly.
So I wanted to ask your opinion, what you thought. I mean, like I said, I don't know. This year apparently doesn't seem to have been as bad as the last 2 years.
Correct. As long as we get nothing more.
Right,
Right.
but last year,
Early.
I think I read in the newspaper, the biggest snowstorm we got last year in March.
Yes, we
That's what I
did.
read this,
We
yesterday morning or today.
So, obviously, the price of salt's doubled in the last 3 years, which is where most of this money is going. Labor's gone up, vendors have gone up, but that's a small percentage compared to salt.
Mhm.
And we made steps to try to, we put computers in our trucks and everything to really regulate how much we're using, to try and get it down and control it. And it's still so expensive. And it's hit or miss. I always said I didn't want to ask for more, because it's more we have to come up with, yeah, we'll get more back if we don't spend it, yeah, but it's kind of one of those deals where we've been able to flirt the line for the last 2 years, and then now it's kind of like, again, we're in March, holding my breath. I haven't ordered anything, I haven't.
So if you need to order for a storm, how much
Yeah.
is it gonna be?
About, we
Oh, is it
usually do
9?
5, so that would be,
10,000, 9,000?
yeah, about $10,000. So,
Yeah, I really think it needs to be increased, like Madeline said.
Totally agree.
I thought that the last couple of years have been relatively mild.
we've had a lot of ice.
Right.
Ice is actually more expensive
Than
Then
than
it's just a
snow.
good old snowstorm.
I would take a foot of snow over an inch of ice any day of
Yeah,
the
I
week,
understand.
because it costs probably half to fight snow
Snow
as
versus
versus
ice.
ice.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate the history, Madeline,
Mhm.
because I'm more attuned to just the last couple of years, and I
Yeah.
know that we deficit spent and had to do transfers and all that.
Yeah.
So you can take it as good news, we want to give you some more money.
It's
Sounds
good
different.
news, but I don't, I mean,
No, but
we need it because.
We know you're not gonna waste it.
I know.
But what I'm saying is that this year is a fluke. If we look, all right, so we'll look at the last, so, 20 and 21, things didn't get expensive till 22.
22 is when the
Okay,
prices.
so we
Yeah.
look at the last 3 years, okay? Deficit 40, almost 47, deficit 30, this year,
Yeah.
750.
Yeah,
But the winter isn't done yet. So if you look at that, add those two numbers, so 47 and 30, 77, so divided by 2, you're talking 38,000, you know.
yeah.
I'm saying 18.4, we're not
We're
increasing.
still not, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not increasing above the average,
Right,
Mhm.
so.
that's what I'm saying.
And that's, I don't have a problem
Yeah.
with that
No,
idea.
but we wanted to get your
Yeah,
input.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yes,
We wanted
no,
to know. And
absolutely,
Ray wanted the information, and like I said, I haven't been here,
yeah,
you know, the last few years doing the closing of the book, so I really wasn't sure how much was deficit in that
Mhm.
until I went into the system and got the information.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah, like I said, ultimately, it's a combination of the two things. Number one is massive increase in salt
Mhm.
price, and two is the ice storms. We've had so many, even this year, yeah, we haven't had a lot of snowstorms, we've had a lot of ice already.
well,
been
because that's,
cold.
what-
And I have to chase ice all the time, and
and
that's,
especially up by my house.
yeah, it loves to flow down the road.
And it's all the way across.
You could get, put some ice skates on and go halfway down the hill from her house, because it just leaches out of the sides of the roads and just
Wow.
turns to ice.
When I back out my driveway, I hold my foot to the brake till I get to the end of the driveway, and then I take my foot off and
Slide down.
hope I don't go sliding across into Ray's.
Yeah. At least
So-
there's like no real trees you can hit there too much, so.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, that's what I do, is I
Yeah.
come to a dead stop
Well,
before
you're
my
smart.
tires hit the ice.
Don't let
and
yourself slide on the ice.
That's what I try to
Brakes are
do.
the worst thing you can do.
Well, I get that. I've
You know
been driving
that.
a long time, so. All right, so that's basically it that we
Yeah.
had for you.
Okay,
So do we need an
So we're gonna
amended?
modify that.
okay,
Yeah,
to-
so
Are you
we
gonna
will,
modify it, or
do
should we
we-
get Jeremy to modify it? 'Cause
Mm,
we turn it in.
whatever you guys wanna do.
yeah, why don't you, yeah, send us a new one with that
Okay.
and fix the cents.
I'll round the cents,
Yeah.
and then.
Do you have the numbers, or?
Yeah, let me just,
Yeah.
well, I know we wanna be 128
Yeah, no, it's
on
gonna
the
be
salary and
Yeah.
28 on,
1,000
and then
and
125.
125.
Right, and then round the cents.
And I'll
Up.
round the cents.
Always up,
Okay, round up.
okay?
All right, I like rounding up, okay.
Well, because the thing is, it comes to the last
Yeah, we're
paycheck,
gonna be out a
Yeah,
few
that
dollars.
40 cents is gonna do you
Oh, I
wonders.
know.
so
I
you
remember
get
when
there and somebody's gonna be 61 cents short.
When I took this job, Tom used to round the wrong way, and the last week of my first term, I didn't get paid. I worked for free for a week because he didn't do his math correctly. So,
Well,
Yeah.
that shouldn't have happened.
well, unfortunate,
Yeah.
but it's the way it works.
Yep. Okay,
All right, thank you guys.
okay, thanks,
All
Jeremy.
right, Jerry, hey, maybe they'll give you some more money.
Don't add that extra
Don't.
$1.01 to your salary.
Don't tell anybody, Jeremy.
I rounded down my salary.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Yeah, so figured we'd look at the police budget and. Now, you have the totals in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. 'Cause I-
Did you didn't give us a new one, we're still working off the one that says 228?
Yes, right,
Up in the
that's what I
corner?
have. The
That's
date,
the new one.
2/28, that's the new one, okay.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't have, where's the date?
It says, I got one that looks like this, has a 228 up on the
Yeah,
corner.
well, I don't.
Okay. It's probably the same, I don't think this is
What's the
different.
total on that one?
Well,
Okay,
I had
which-
new people, so the salaries went down.
Okay, go to the
Total
last
is
page.
one-
1099200 is
Nope.
what I got.
Yeah, I don't have that.
I have 1034546.
That's
What do
what
you
I-
have, chief?
I got, last page is 1034546.
Yeah, that's what we got.
That's what I've got.
I don't have it.
You want me to go make you a copy? I'll go make you a copy.
I don't know which one you have. What was that number?
109?
Oh, nine.
That's 9 full-time officers, is that the other one? I got 1099200, I'm just telling you. That's the sergeant, that's
Oh,
with the
that-
new
yeah,
one.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Can I
that's
give
the
you
other
the-
one that would need an article. No?
Hold on,
Well, 1081 would be,
hold on. Maybe I kept the wrong one. I don't have a date on there, I know that.
oh yeah, is this the one you were going off of?
That's mine, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
see these names right here?
yeah, no, I
So,
know.
it should look like this.
All right. So,
It's on these, so they don't have to sit in the back row.
no, we're not banning you.
So Chief, I'm just double checking. It's 1034546. 1034546. Just to make sure I've got the right copy.
1034546.
Okay, I got it.
And it says 228.
And I had because I had an old one too.
Yeah. So then I had three
Which
people
I-
leave.
This is,
Yeah, scratch that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what, I just threw mine out.
yeah, okay.
So I probably had it and I threw the wrong one away.
That's the problem, when we get so many copies, you gotta keep track.
Well, when you guys said you had a date on yours, I knew I was in
Yeah,
trouble,
this
because
one,
I had no
220.
date. Oh, that was, whatever, it's gone, I ain't worried about it. Yeah. I'm gonna have to call Dawn, your Dawn, and have her get me another cartridge for my
Oh,
printer. Well, I wanted to, because I got plenty of money, so. Did you staple it too?
I did.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. She's not, Dawn's not due a step this year. I hope not, because you never figure it out, right?
yeah, it should be. So,
Please. Look at that, you got it,
Huh?
Jerry. You got it, the last couple.
I'm learning.
The last couple times.
I'm learning. Well, the first one I did didn't have that, so I won't say it.
See, I almost got you, right?
You almost got me. Then she's like, I'm getting a step. I'm like, oh boy, hold on.
Yeah, because I haven't checked out any of the wage calculations and stuff yet, so. But that will be on my agenda. Oh, so you got a percentage for overtime, huh? Because you really don't have part-time people, so that
Right,
makes
so-
sense.
Yep. So it used to be contractually I had to split 50-50. But now I'm down to, I haven't had a part-time work since last April. So now everything, instead of being 50-50, it's 100% overtime. So that's, I calculated this is,
Yep, 90/10. I'm looking at it all, and then the last page is the most important, so. So you're looking to send somebody to the academy?
they usually have me write that in case we have somebody that, and then I have to send somebody.
Okay.
And then, is that under
It's under section 7, police school.
police school, yeah. And then we deleted, I took out the tuition for the Bridge Academy. It should have come down a little bit.
You did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did keep my maintenance, utilities, and expenses all the same. I didn't, well, I added the expenses $160.
Yeah. You went down on your clothing, subtracted the bridge.
Yep.
Or you went down on the bridge, yeah. On, at school, okay.
I mean, it's basically all salaries.
Yes,
Yeah, that's my biggest thing.
yep. Well, generally, that's what it is
Mhm.
for most.
I kept, like I said, I kept maintenance, utilities. Last year I had to do a transfer, but this year I'm doing okay.
Now, the question I see is this sergeant, you got the contractual increase, but you got sergeant next to it.
You on the salaries one?
Yeah, the last page.
Okay, so what I
Adjustment.
did was, there's three guys that put in for it.
Okay,
I took the lowest paid one of the three and put what the sergeant pay would be if
Okay.
he got it, just so there's enough funding for it.
okay. All right, now,
If that makes sense.
Patrolman Williams, you've got two amounts there.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, so
He's the
the-
possible sergeant,
he's the lowest paid out of the three that put in for it.
and the sergeant makes that much of a difference?
Yeah, it's 8% over
Oh,
highest
the
paid patrolman.
That's right.
Oh, I screwed up the name down below, that should say Egg Williams. Fuck that.
Oh, Officer Shea Williams.
Yep,
What's that under?
Oh, this page here, the next to the last page,
Oh,
down
Shea
at the very
Williams, yeah,
bottom,
okay.
says Shea.
Mhm.
Where did, the other one that left go? Not,
Southbridge, Matty, Madison?
no, the guy. Did he get done yet?
One went to
Merkel.
Sturbridge.
He went back to Sturbridge?
Yep. Put him a lot more money.
Can't blame him for that.
Well, he went there and he came back, and
He
now
came
he went
back,
back.
he went
So
back.
guess what? Now he's learned his lesson.
Yep.
Once you're gone, you're gone.
Mhm.
So, Chief, without trying to, in your cover letter, you talked about adding a ninth officer. Is this budget including
No.
that?
No,
Can't.
yeah.
That's
what I was told.
article.
Yeah, that's
We'll be
article.
getting that after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have articles.
That was what I was perceiving, but I just wanted to make sure I was
Yeah.
reading it properly here.
Mhm. Which he can tell you
I can tell you that.
what the increases will be if you want to know, because we're going to be talking about the article, not today.
So that ninth position would mean what to the budget? Rough,
Yeah, just,
nearest thousand.
yeah, just give it to me and I can subtract it. Because
Extra
then,
position, so with the extra position, obviously it would subtract all the part-time stuff.
Okay,
And that total would be 1081378.
minus,
All right, what's that coming out of? What's that number coming out of?
That's
It's not in there yet, is it?
no, that's if
Okay.
he gets it, if it passes.
If the
the
article
article.
And the
passes, okay.
difference between if he gets another officer, for this purpose, is 46,832. But then, yeah, the benefits would be included in the benefits, so.
Plus
that's-
benefits.
Plus benefits, yeah. Whoops.
I wanna look at all the notes you write on your pen when you guys.
Huh?
I'd like to look at all the
Oh.
notes you write on your pen.
I mean, what I see, it's not too bad. I mean, basically,
Well, it's all salary, but
it's contractual.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you got a contract and the other is
Yeah.
contractual.
I
And then she gets a step increase.
What are some things that get included under police expense? You know, it went up just slightly, 75,840 to 76, just.
Yeah, I kinda rounded it.
What do you,
just
what do you use
$100.
that, what's
So
that?
that's,
Everything.
everything basically, so, our body cams, there's a yearly thing, so that's about
Okay.
$5,000, that comes out of there. Jeez. Kinda put some stuff on
Is that,
there.
or did I miss, does that get broken out? Did I just overlook it?
Oh, no, I did have it on there. I must have accidentally do it. But that's all, everything we purchase, pens, paper.
Yeah.
ink,
Office supplies.
Office
Office
supplies.
supplies, body
um,
cam,
There's a line in training for ammo, but if it goes over, we usually pay from there.
pick a little bit out of
Yeah,
there. Okay, so it's kind of a catch-all. then.
Right, it's a little bit of everything.
Yep. You're not
So-
bumping it up a lot, I just.
No,
It was
no.
more curiosity
Yeah.
than,
Yeah, I'm trying to think what
Um,
else you pay out of
What
it.
else is that? IT comes out of that one.
okay,
Yeah, because they have their,
We have our own IT, so that's,
yeah.
right,
it's
right.
just
we-
over $500
I remember
a month.
that got talked about last
Yeah.
selectman, yeah.
Yeah.
So the IT company we have, I actually don't get paid, they don't charge me that much. I have 15 computers and server that they service.
Right,
And they also do every PD and fire department in Rutland.
they're all tied up with
Dispatch.
Rutland,
Right.
yeah,
So they know the system and can go through it.
okay, all right.
That went up a little, last year, did we have to do the endpoint? I think it's last year,
I
cause
don't
I didn't,
remember.
obviously it's not in there. Yes, cause I subtracted the tower fees last year. and-
Oh, yes, yes,
Okay.
that's it.
But the, our insurance was making us do that endpoint. Don't ask me what it really is, it's with the computers, and so I have 15 of them, so I had to pay 15 per month
Okay.
so that was added in last year.
Okay.
Because anything other than utilities, the phone, the lights, the heat and stuff, that comes out of the utilities.
Okay,
But the rest is,
Comes out of.
Part of his
the
budget, yeah.
salary
right.
line, not in
You know
the
what?
purchase line.
Let me go get my report.
W-
Did the monthly report?
Oh, the one I just
That's it,
printed?
yeah.
So
I
just
printed.
one little minor thing, if you had another patrolman, well,
Yep.
okay, I'm not getting my mind set about this. You would need another firearm registration fee.
No,
right?
so firearm
How does that work?
registration is if you came for your LTC.
Oh, okay,
So
not
she
your,
uses-
not
No,
registered,
no.
your
Oh,
gun,
okay.
No.
your firearms, it's for town.
Right, so that.
For
we use
residents.
that- Yeah, we use
Okay.
that for,
Proce-
ink for printer, for.
Processing and-
Processing
yeah,
it,
okay.
mailings,
Okay.
things like that.
Yeah.
That's what that one is.
Okay,
What did she go to get?
I
Oh,
did.
the list of the expenses, I think.
okay,
I usually list it right next to it, and for some reason it's not there.
that's why I said, I didn't remember seeing it broken out
Yeah, just as a
anywhere,
expense line, but usually I have, like, I put a little,
Blurb.
like how down below that it says utility bills, i.e. gas, heat, electric, water, sewer.
Yeah.
It says janitorial supplies,
I can do a
actually come out
printout
of
for,
the other
if you want, for
It,
next week's
I-
meeting, so you'll
yeah,
know.
Yeah,
Because you're way under this year. So this is through the end. I wonder if you didn't take out for your tower, because you're at 40%, 41%, and that's the end of February.
Well, everything that, so the bills for the yearly fees for the cameras and the tasers and everything, that comes out,
Yeah, tasers is a big one.
yeah, it's gonna come out towards the end of
Okay.
this fiscal.
So that's where he's
So that's
at.
where it's gonna go.
So he's at
You'll get- it's gonna
41%
jump up.
now.
And you'll get a
Yeah.
big bill. coming
Right.
up. Yeah.
So every year, Taser is,
Probably around 2,000 now,
yeah,
wasn't
about
it? I was
2,000
gonna say 60.
no.
No.
For, okay, covers all the
Yeah,
tasers. I was gonna
covers
say,
all.
that would be kinda crazy.
Right. They're expensive, but that's the yearly fee for them, the upkeep and everything. And the cameras is because it's like a warranty, and also we have access to what's called an evidence room. So when they take their body cameras off and they put them in the slot, it uploads to
Oh,
Storage.
storage.
Yeah,
So
cloud.
we gotta pay yearly per
Mhm.
camera.
manage that.
Yeah,
Necessary evil.
yeah, exactly, which isn't cheap.
They never are.
Yeah.
No.
So, the salaries is just the straight salary, that's without any of the holidays and stuff. I just wanted, so that
Yep.
you understand that.
No
Or-
overtime.
No overtime,
No
that's all
overtime,
in
that's
supplemental.
just the straight hourly rate, 40 hours. Because the holiday pay, overtime pay, shift differential pay comes out, training, there's a training line, come out, and, well, some of it comes out of the supplemental salaries.
Okay,
Okay, that's what that's for, because back, when the FinCom then wanted to know what just the salaries were, and then what everything else was.
all the additional.
So. And then if you wanna tell us your story, if, you got any other questions?
No,
About the extra,
Yeah, and do you have a question before we,
No.
because
So,
instead of making them come back, I know, Jim had told me he's gonna be putting in for another
For the R-
officer.
yeah, for the R-
And
okay.
this
So-
way here.
with police reform that happened a few years back, they stopped the part-time academy. So everyone's gonna have to go to the full-time academy, which if you go through the full-time academy, you're not gonna waste 6 months of your life to be a part-timer somewhere, so you're gonna be full-time. And the last 4 or 5 times that we put out for hire, I did put into that part-time too, and I didn't have a single person put in for part-time.
Yeah.
I haven't had a part-timer work since last April. And like I said, the previous budgets have always been, I have had to, due to the contract, factor out 50/50. So now that it's 100% basically overtime, that made the supplemental go up here in the new line too. So what I'm gonna ask for is a ninth full-timer. And the reason for that is, with hiring, it's becoming, I got lucky this last time, but if I have to put someone through the academy, it's gonna take, you have to do you have to post it, you have to have interviews, then you have to pick a person, then you have to find an academy. Now, finding an academy out, it's gonna take 3 to 4 months to get them into an academy. Then it's
Wow.
6 months in the academy.
If they're not
Wow.
academy.
Then when they come out of the academy, you have to train them for 12 weeks.
So it's a year before you get them
It's a
on.
year and a half process. So with the staff we have now, that's gonna be a huge burden on us. With the extra person, if we lose someone for that time, we can function for that period of time.
Mhm.
So that's why.
Plus it gives you 16 hours, because I do my math. 16 hours of coverage, that's not overtime.
Right, so and the other thing that, the way, I don't know if Jim had given you the ninth officer packet, but the way I saved a little money too is, and I can show you, is with the vacation time, I didn't cover 3 people, the 3 people I figured on the overnights. And the reason I did that is because right now we run 1.
That's the
I
other
mean,
one.
if it was a perfect world, if someone was out, you wanna fill it, but with the overnights, I was figuring that if we get the extra guy to cover, if one of the 2 people called out or were on vacation, we wouldn't fill that shift, it'd be just the one person, like how we always run it. So that saved, where it didn't blow up the numbers way out of the water, cause that would send the supplemental way up, cause you're talking another, geez, 200 and some odd hours, that would be,
You'd have to hit.
onto the supplemental.
All right, so maybe what you can do, you probably, did you email that to
To Jim?
Yeah.
I actually brought it.
Yeah.
If you guys can have this copy.
yeah, I'll make copies, and I'll
Okay.
get them to you.
Okay.
Mm,
All set then, chief.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank
You
you.
good? You
We
got
are.
it. Any questions, just let me know.
We will
You
let
got it.
you
I
know.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Thanks. Have a good
Take care.
day.
Yep, you too, Jerry,
Be
Be
thanks.
safe.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you want?
Can I see this?
Yep, okay, so.
Because I'm trying to listen, but it's hard to write everything down. while
Well,
I'm
you just
listening.
have to, you don't have to,
Well, like I have to have, all increases are due to contractual increases
Mhm.
for salary. As a ninth position, new officer will be an article. What was the 108,1376 value?
that's what his new budget would be. This here. This is the ninth
Yeah, no,
officer.
this is, I just took yours.
No, that's, I don't have that. We don't have the new one. This is his ninth.
This is the new one?
No, this is his ninth officer, if he
Oh,
His budget would go up
to that amount.
To this amount with the,
No,
upwards
this amount.
towards $50,000.
wait a minute. His budget now is,
Right, but he said it was gonna go down because he cut back. This is 1081, that's 1034.
81, I'm sorry, I thought that was 10, okay, got it, okay.
Right, so
Got
I'll
it.
make you a copy.
You got the right number? 108, 13,
78,
Yep,
and with 78 cents.
okay, all right, so that's what it'll go up to when he gets the new
if
person.
he gets the
If he
new
gets
person.
it.
Got it, okay.
But
And
then-
that salary would be 46,842 for the new guy plus benefits?
Well, that's it, but.
Yeah, that's, okay.
Well, you have to, what you would have to do is compare this to that, because that's
Right.
what he was saying, you cut back on some things. Because if that's just the hourly pay, then, you know, there's their clothing, and then the
Yeah.
holiday pay, that's,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, but that's
Yeah.
just for the straight 40.
Okay.
Because the thing is, when it comes to a holiday, some people work the holiday, so then it's a time and a half day.
Right.
That's why he tried to do that calculation.
Yeah, which
If-
makes sense.
If
that
they have the day
nighttime
off,
shift
it's just
especially.
8 hours.
Right,
But the thing you have to understand also, they're on a 4 and 2. They work 4
4
days.
days on, 2 days
2
off.
days off. So if Monday's a holiday and they're off, they still get their 8 hours pay to make up that 40.
okay, mm-hmm,
So,
Okay.
But I'll make a copy, and that way there you can take them and, because I don't know when articles, I talked to Jim and I don't remember if we picked a date yet,
okay,
when we're gonna have articles.
okay, so
Okay.
that's, so we're good then on him?
Yep,
Okay,
all right, so
what do you wanna do next?
I'm gonna answer the questions, okay? Because Ray had a question. As soon as he's done doing his calculation over there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, you wanted me to find out about the cemetery for the $195
Yep.
increase. And this is the information I got. We expect the increase of the cost of plants for our annual memorial garden, as well as increased costs for much-needed fertilizer. They're also in the process of doing grub control, and that cost has never been previously included in our budgets.
Okay.
And then I need to, because I don't remember this one, but anything is possible. All right, the library, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Because she asked the question and the response was, and I don't remember what the question
The
was.
question was the $1,300 extra line on the salaries.
Okay, now I gotta find it. I should have a big fat paper clip.
Here,
What do you know? I knew it had a big
Right
fat
there.
paper clip. $1,300, substitute librarians.
right,
She said, "It is not a big expense. Formerly, we were apparently paying substitutes out of the regular salary lines or any other place that there was working this into the budget as we should. As a result, one or more of the salary lines has sometimes gone over budget. But since thought it would be helpful to break it out. Most of the substitution occurs when Kim takes her paid vacation, And she gets 21 hours at 4 hours a week. I hope that explains, let me know if I am not clear. So,
Are you good with that?
Okay.
yes and kind of no, because, you know, we had the 3% budget increase, but if, I understand what she's saying, so, they just deficit spent their salaries at times, last year's budget and budgets before, that's what she's saying. Okay, now, I don't remember which ones that we did and where
Do
we
we need
finished.
questions on?
No, I think didn't we just take care of all the questions?
Let me see.
Which ones we didn't look at last week, I know.
We need West Warren, do you have the comparison? West Warren Library?
Oh, I was supposed to do that?
You said there was something in the
Yeah, the file
ca-
cabinet.
cabinet.
Guess what?
Okay.
You know who will have it easier than me?
Who?
Ask Jim. He's got last year's budget folder right together.
Right. Oh,
West
I
Warren
was having a
Library
minute.
last year.
I think he offered to provide that for us.
Yeah, so. All right, so that takes care of him.
Okay.
And then, so I gave you, we got sewer, but I gave you animal control, I know, I'm just trying to remember who. So we did the selectmen,
Cemetery
benefits,
did.
finance, accountant,
Treasurer,
assessors, highway we did. Libraries we did, treasurer we did. No, we did not, because we didn't have hers.
Right, we didn't do the Board of Health yet. either.
Yeah, no, I know,
Okay, I'm just going
But-
through, I'm
because
just
they're
going
good-
through this
yeah.
to see what's still open.
because I gave you the new ones that you didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the treasurer?
I got treasurer.
Okay, so we can go over her. We did the, her not the benefits, the other stuff. I already did that, so it was her sheet. So she put in 3% for herself, and then the office coverage, she went up, it looks like $13 on expense. So as a matter of fact, her budget came down because the office hours
Mhm.
got cut.
The office hours got cut,
Mhm.
but her salary went up.
No, the salary went down, 15,095.
What about
The
treasurer?
clerk, so.
clerk.
Oh, the clerk, her hours got
Her
cut.
salary,
Okay, got it,
her
got it,
salary
got
went
it.
up, but the clerk's
Yeah.
went
I'm
down.
like, okay, got it.
Yeah, well,
And her
she's,
bottom
Got
line
it.
is basically flat.
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because there was some we didn't have, that's what I'm saying. And
Mhm.
I know the animal control and conservation, but let me get through this pile first.
Yep.
So we did the collector,
So we're good on treasurer.
yep, town clerk, planning, conservation. No, the only thing I needed from her was a copy. Right?
Conservation?
I don't have
I
conservation.
don't have conservation.
Did we have it from before?
From,
But I
hold
think we
on,
had it
hold on,
before.
hold on. I
I'm
thought
trying
it
to
was-
remember.
I thought it was a new,
Yeah, I thought it was.
let me look back here. Collector, yeah, I remember doing conservation.
Yeah, okay.
I got it,
Um,
I got it.
Yes,
I thought we okayed that one.
I don't have any
Well,
notes.
yes and no, so what we're doing is
Okay.
going through and then we're gonna
Mhm.
come back and then
Okay.
we'll vote them all. Building inspector, now did I give you a copy of that one?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so this is,
Are we doing conservation or building?
we already did conservation last week.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
So that's why.
but I couldn't read it, I just
Oh,
combined all of
got
them
it, got it,
in
okay,
order.
I'm with you,
Okay.
I'm with you.
So the building inspector,
Mhm.
I know last year, and I didn't do it, how much of a percent increase it is. The clerk salary, this is the one that's, I gotta do the calculations and check. I think because she got increased hours with planning, before she
Oh.
was at, remember Jim said
Yeah,
32
yeah.
or 30, and now she can go up to 35. But I gotta do all the calculations at the hourly rate to see exactly. So, I would assume it's 3%, because I know that's what she's put in the past. So let me just do my little quick calculation. 3%. .1818, no, maybe 2%. I'm trying to multiply it and I'm multiplying the wrong things. Yeah, she put a 2% increase.
Oh, okay. For the clerk?
No,
Or
for her.
Okay,
The clerk, like I said, is ours, I know that, but I.
okay.
So the increase for that would be the two salaries. And forestry we did. Veterans we did. Did we do veterans? Who are the new ones that you got? Who's the other new ones you got? Animal control?
Animal control.
Okay, let's do animal control.
Okay.
Look, I got
She's
another
status.
police one. I had it. Look at it, it's in my pile just further down.
She's got, let's see, got an increase in salary.
Yeah, she's asking for increase in salary, and this number's gonna get changed, okay? She's got 3,500 for the vehicle maintenance,
Mhm.
and the 2,000, that's gonna go together. So the expense line total will be 5,500. Okay, so that would be, so she went down 800 on her expense and increase of 2,000
She
on her
went down-
salary. But it doesn't make any sense
She
what
went
she did.
down, no, she went down,
15.5. Oh, because
I'm
these,
saying
I
she-
gotta add those two together, I'm sorry.
That's all
So she
right,
went
but-
7,500 to 55. So she cut her expenses 2 and she went up on the salary on 2. Need to add the.
how'd she go from 6,300 down to 2,000 for animal control expense? That's quite a drop.
Well, she went from 7,500 to 5,500, $2,000.
Yeah,
I
she-
can
Yeah,
tell
because
you where
but
she is.
because she went up on gas and maintenance, but that's a
But
big
no,
drop.
there's no
on-
gas and maintenance.
All right,
That-
now, okay, so now it's a $2,000 drop?
Right.
Right.
I don't think the 3,500, I need to double check,
Okay.
because there shouldn't be a vehicle maintenance line, it should be in her expense account. So
Right,
she
okay,
went
that
up
makes
on the
sense.
vehicle maintenance, but
Hmm.
her regular line expense, so let me look at her account. And I'll tell you where she's at. See, the 5,500 is what she had last year,
Mm-hmm.
approved, she's got a year off, that's why. There's no
There's,
25.
right, this is off,
What, I don't know, so apparently, must be the same, I don't know.
yeah. It-
Oh, she doesn't have I didn't even realize.
Yeah, B, I just
Right, that's-
realized
There's
it.
25 on this.
She didn't, I don't know what she did with it,
She didn't do it.
yeah, so let me check
So
and
we
see.
need her budget.
Yeah,
We
so-
need her.
Yeah, so this is incomplete.
Unless she kept it the same, that's the only other thing. Because that's what she has now, 10 and 5,500, so,
Okay, so we need an updated one with 25 listed on it.
right,
Okay.
okay. So who else was new?
Council on Aging?
Oh, yeah, my friend. So, the first four are salary. Now, on the one that says slash van driver, Sharon had said she's been talking to Jim and they're not sure what they're going to do. So what they were thinking to doing is making it custodian slash van driver. And that would be the increase.
Oh, added in there, okay.
Right, because see, we did have the van driver, she got 0 there,
Right, mhm.
okay? So I'm not too sure where that's at yet, for sure. But the rest would be step, regular increases or step increases.
did anyone say anything about, so between a custodian and a van driver last year, it was 26,000 something.
Right.
And now it's down to 17,000, so someone's getting cut, either no
Well,
one's
we don't
getting-
have a van driver. He quit a long time ago, so
Okay,
there's nobody there now. So that's what they're, I don't think it's 100% for sure
Yeah.
yet that
So
this
they might
is
have the
what.
custodian do the van driving
Well, because we've
temporarily?
been, right, have them do some custodial with the van drive, have them do both jobs.
okay.
Because they probably, for what I see, I'm trying to think right off the top of my head, sometimes they might have 3 rides a week. Sometimes it may be 1 or none. So,
Okay.
to pay a van driver for 19 hours, and he's not really
He's not
driving.
doing anything.
Okay,
That,
That makes
I think
sense.
this is what they were talking about doing.
okay, all right.
With Jim, but Jim couldn't be here, he had to leave. So, that's why that's that.
Okay.
I know on her expenses, there's always, I'll give you the amounts, what she's got. Maintenance, I know there's a lot more inspections they have to have now,
Okay.
that, for the gas, fire suppression. Let me give you an idea. The maintenance. This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't remember if they did an article for maintenance. But on the maintenance last year, it was $16,075.
16,000? Oh.
Oh, you know what, I bet you they were having some work, and they must have voted an article.
Oh, okay, that would make sense.
They did like the roof repairs and the siding.
that's what it
Okay,
was.
that's what it is, okay, that makes sense.
So, but I think she just added some more because of all these
Inspections and things she has to get
inspections
done.
and that, because because it
Okay.
just didn't make any sense.
Mhm.
The thing is with this new report system, like I said, every system's got their pluses and minuses.
Mm.
If I had the system that we had, okay, it would have told me, would have showed me that the maintenance budget was 3,500,
Mhm.
and that we added in
The,
15,000 or whatever, and this is the new. What
Yep.
this does, it says allocated, so it just gives you what it was, added together, and it says 16,000,
yeah.
where the other one was a little more detail.
Okay.
So let me look at, I wanna see where her expenses are at. Because I think she went up a little. Yeah, she went up 2,000 on her
2,000
expense,
under,
175.
Yep.
So she is presently at almost 60%. So she's pretty close.
yeah.
Yep.
She's coming down 2 grand.
Yeah.
On what?
For
Total.
total.
Yeah, because
Because of
of,
that van driver.
because
Yeah.
of the van
Mhm.
driver, yeah. And 2,000, she's staying there, 2,000 for that, and the Tri-Valley, that's an assessment the town has to pay, so,
That's fixed, yeah.
yeah, whether that's the correct amount or whatever, that's a fixed amount.
Mhm. Okay.
And then she said,
Fine.
explained why to cover vacation, the general helper,
Mhm.
when I go to do the calculation, because she's a 15-hour-a-week person, will be more because of the coverage. Like if the cook is out,
Mhm.
you know. Okay, so that takes
So
care of
that's-
that. And sewer.
And sewer.
So we did veterans, I'm just going through. So fire, and I did this email.
We have to still do the questions on the Board of Health.
Yeah, I got the board health, but I think they're gonna have to come in, but we can go over the other
Okay,
stuff.
you got it.
Yep, see, here's my thing in the pile, if I put it on the top, need comparison, looking off the file cabinet. Okay. Now, and then we have, do you have a copy of the Parks Department?
I do.
Yeah, so we gotta do that one too, I don't think we talked about that. All right, so let's go to, who you wanna go to next? You choose, Board of Health, Parks, and we got Fire.
No, we didn't do sewer.
What about
And
sewer?
sewer.
All right, Board of Health,
Yeah, I know.
Parks. Okay, wait a minute.
I know, I gotta find my sewer here.
Planning
Here
board.
it is.
We'll just start with the planning board.
We did the planning board.
Yeah, but there was, I believe, a question on it. Planning board, salary increase, need breakout of hours.
Right, I gotta do that when I figure out the
You're gonna do
calculation.
that then, okay,
Right, I haven't looked at anybody's, because
that's, okay.
I'll have to come in on a Friday
Mhm.
and just go through and do the new rates. So sewer. We don't usually get, I did up this proposed budget sheet for them, we usually don't get it. So their increase is, and, here, I'm gonna give this to you too. And you can take it home to look. This is our FinCom book, and what I've done is put in what we've had without any changes, and it's got the percentages.
Oh, okay.
Karen, let's swap. That has your name on it. I don't want
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
to. That's, I don't care. I just.
Well, I put mine, I looked quick, I saw mine said mine. Hold on. 'Cause I got still two more. You know why? No, that's just me. Okay. Yeah. So that you can look at, you know, because then I'm going to have to make adjustments like for the snow and ice, whatever. So, because we haven't voted on anything. So what I did is I just took the budgets that we've got, put the numbers in.
Okay.
And I don't even know if I put the ones in yet that we just got, so anything's possible. So, yeah, the sewer. So, the issue that they had is the way, and I'm not sure if this is the way it's going to stay, do their services and supplies. Because they were taking something that I considered a service, and they were taken out of their supply account, okay? Their heating oil, I think they have like, must have like a 5,000 gallon tank.
Okay.
Okay, so what he was doing, he was taking his heating oil out of supplies. And I said to him, technically, no, it is a service. I said, to try to make it easier for people to understand what a service and a supply is, technically, if you can hold it in your hand, it's a supply.
Mhm.
If you wanna go out there and put the diesel
Mhm.
fuel or your gas and stuff in your hand, then you can put it as a supply.
Mhm.
Right.
But other than that, so I had changed it where it should be, and then he came in and I changed it back. So that's why. you
That's
can
why service went down, supply went up?
Correct. But I will ask him where he put his heating oil. It should be in service. I think he changed it and I think it's wrong.
Okay.
Because when they get their oil bill, it's, huge. And I know the other thing that they use a lot of, I'm gonna say this and I think that is correct, sodium chloride, whatever, they use it for treatment and stuff,
Mhm.
that had gone up.
That's salt,
Okay.
isn't it?
Sodium chloride is.
But
whether
it could be
it's-
sodium something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably another chemical of some
Yeah.
kind.
Some sodium something,
Yeah.
and then it's
Which,
over $3,000 for
Crazy.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know, that it is.
Yeah.
So, and they're looking to see about an on-call policy, so then he says that if it's the budget may have to be adjusted for overtime, if they do it, so. Oh, there it is, phosphorus. Yeah, estimated for copper and phosphorus removal, so, but that's whatever that thing is for, it's 39,000, so he's telling you, that's how much it costs for those.
Okay, so he's looking to get an on-call,
No, the department is looking to do
right, that's what I'm
on-call.
saying, on-call,
Because apparently, since the whole board changed down there, that technically, they don't rotate. It's been like one person doing the on-call,
oh, okay.
okay? And generally, one weekend, it's this person, and then they would go. But
But now it's one person?
basically had been one person, I guess,
Oh.
so. And, yeah, David Gray's went, his rate just went in, so that's why that's increased. I don't know when Zach's is, I don't know his date of increase. And then apparently he's looking for that, so I'm not sure. But I'm going to put you here.
On the sewer,
Hmm?
that second page,
Hmm?
there's this indirect costs
Hmm?
that makes the total look so much more, well, 237,000 more.
Correct.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Yep. I sure do. You know how at town meeting, when we vote our, their article,
Okay,
it says also, it'll say $237,000 for indirect costs. It's already voted in the general fund. They have to pay their own retirement. They have to pay their own medical.
Okay.
They have to pay, I forget what the amount is, they pay so much for my time, not much, for my time, for Dawn's time,
okay.
because they're an enterprise fund. They have to pay all their own expenses.
And benefits and.
Correct. So what I
So-
do is I have to do a transfer from their account of that amount of money and put it into the general fund cash.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's why that's not being reflected in the regular budget.
Right,
And Madeline, historically, it looks like that's really, it really jumped up a lot
because
last
at one
year.
time, they basically had two people working. They've had, people retired and they didn't fill, and they had three the most, and then they'd do two for a while, and that's why the benefits, now they have four people.
Okay, so it's.
Five
just-
people
Five
with
people.
Lisa. So
Okay.
they may have had three, but I think at one time, I think they're, in 2008, John, I think, was out, there was only three, so for many years, there was only three. This is
Okay.
why DEP got involved, said you're supposed to have four, you really should have 4.5 people,
Yeah.
but they were operating with three.
Okay,
And, so they finally got two more,
okay,
so if you want to add to it, so double would be 150, would be 300, but you know what I'm saying, that
Mhm.
it's a little
Yep.
different, but
all right.
depends on people, what they have for, what do you call it, medical, you know?
Yep.
And that's another thing, the retirement, medical, those are your biggest, and because they're an enterprise fund, they have to pay it, so.
Okay.
Okay. So, I'm gonna note on here, I'm gonna ask Jim for West Warren last year, and I'm gonna have the Board of Health come in next meeting,
Okay.
and, I wanted to get the information first. So, because I think we already talked about the salary, where she came in at step higher and she's working 32 hours, because I got
Mhm.
that on my notes.
Mhm.
So anyways, a question that we had, I know I questioned, and then Ray questioned, was the leachate, okay? You got your paper and pencil?
What is that?
The
Was-
leachate, Board of Health,
On the Board of Health, okay.
Yes.
Get fire.
Mhm.
health.
and then I'll give you the numbers.
Okay,
So in 2020, they spent $2,730 for leachate.
mhm,
21, 2,790. 22, 2,125. They used to have 15,000 in there, and in 23, they dropped it to 12,000, and last year they spent 1,840,
$1,800?
$1,840.
Okay.
This year so far is 1,160.
Okay, so
And,
that's why that number can come way down.
well, that's what I'm saying, but I think the
Yeah.
2,000, the leachate 25, I don't know, I'm, you've got the numbers there, I'm thinking, from what I saw, I would feel more comfortable with 3.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they peaked out in the last 5 years at 2790. 3 makes sure that it should cover it.
Right,
It's,
so
it's,
let me see what, yeah,
I think you would-
1160. Through the
Yeah.
end of February, it's been 1160.
yeah, 3 should be more than enough, I
Mhm.
So
think.
that's why I want
He
to,
penciled in 2,500 on this copy I've got.
he put question there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the landfill supplies, I don't know. That technically can be, as far as I'm concerned, a 0, because they never buy anything on the landfill supplies. What the landfill supply account was for was when the Board of Health used to sell the landfill stickers, they had to buy the stickers.
Okay,
So I think that can go down to a 0. But I did get the information for you, so.
Okay.
But there's no expenses for that? Not anymore?
Technically, no.
Okay.
You know, their expenses are the operation, the engineering, the monitor
Right.
wells, supplies, that was
Uh-huh,
their supply
yeah.
account. And that was, like I said, so let me just write this on here.
And we'll go over all this with her next, him or her, who is it?
Don is the.
Oh,
he-
okay.
He's the,
And we'll ask him to come in next week?
I will, yeah,
Okay.
I will try to, I'm gonna put this over here to,
and we had a question on that Board of Health Secretary salary too,
Yes.
jumping up.
I told you that, okay,
Oh,
I
that
got,
was the
that
increase
in
was me
hours.
for to do. She works 32 hours now, and she was brought in higher than a step. I think back then, the Board of Health, I'm trying to think how many hours she worked, because it's been a while. I want to think it was in the 20s. It wasn't even 30 hours a week. So I gotta calc that.
So
Okay.
that's due to increase in hours?
That's what, I put this there and I put 32 next to it, so.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. We can ask him when he comes, you can say.
Yeah,
If I get to it, I will,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
but and because she had a degree, I'm almost thinking she came in at a 2 or a 3. So she didn't come
Okay,
in
yeah.
at,
Yeah,
because she has a degree in environmental science.
Okay.
okay.
All right, now. And we did parks? Yes.
Oh,
Parks,
this is-
the only
Yeah.
thing they had was an article.
Yep, but we'll wait to get the articles. I just figured since Jerry was here, instead of
Yeah, yeah.
making him come back.
No,
And then I
that's
think
good,
the
yeah.
only other one, we got the fire and Graybog,
High school.
fire department, we haven't
Mhm.
talked about.
Right, yep. This one.
Yeah, well,
And when will the final budget be available for the selectmen, for D?
I think tonight they're voting.
Oh, okay.
That's what I saw on the agenda. It didn't say that they're going to be talking about it, and I thought when I read it this morning, anticipated vote.
For tomorrow night's meeting?
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were, yeah, they had to punt it the last several weeks because the insurance numbers weren't available.
Right.
So
Okay.
they should finalize it tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm so used to us meeting on Tuesday, I'm saying you're adding a day here, Ray.
Right.
So, I'm reading what he put.
Today's the 6th, right? So tomorrow's the 7th?
It is, yes.
So this is his budget, and he's also going to be looking for another full-time person. But we can have him come in when we get the articles, so. So he highlighted the ones that went up, so. But you'll notice in this here that I gave you,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have this, special town meeting article for
Okay.
15 for the ALS,
Okay.
because that's the actual budget that was voted on last
So
year.
this is gonna be amended once we get a couple of final numbers in here?
I'm not amending what was approved last year.
Oh, no, not last year. I'm
That's what he
saying for
put-
the new, this is last year's FinCom book?
No, it's last year's with this year's numbers.
Oh,
and that's
okay, got it,
percentages.
okay, got it.
But I don't
I
go
see what
back
you're
and add in the articles.
Oh, yeah, no, okay.
Because sometimes
totally
it's
get
a
it.
one-off,
Yes,
whatever.
mhm.
Because he told you here that he factored, that, because they added 15 in at the special.
Okay,
So for the ALS, where are
Mhm.
you, ALS? See how he's got 65 for, if you look here, this is probably gonna say 50, is what I'm saying.
I totally get it.
Okay. So if you wanna wait and see if he can come in next week, so who do we got next week? So we can do this.
Who do you want to come in?
We got Ralph,
Who's Ralph?
I'm
Sue.
gonna ask him, no,
Oh,
I'm gonna ask, I'll just call him, email him, I'll call him. Board of Health,
Mm-hmm.
and we need a corrected animal control. So all we have coming in is Board of Health.
Mhm.
You want us to have him come in?
Might as well.
And then we can have him explain about his, other person.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got left is the school. So, and I think we could probably look at that next week. It is almost 5. Or do you want to talk about it somewhat, or
I'm good, whatever you want.
what do you want to do, Ray?
We can do it next week.
Okay.
I'm 6 1, half dozen of
Yeah,
another.
me too.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah. So,
When do you want to do next week?
Tuesday or Wednesday's good, whatever days you want.
Either one is good with me.
Might as well do Tuesday.
Yeah, go
Okay.
back to Tuesday, all right, so I gotta post Tuesday, 3:30. Well, it just works out good that I'm working now, that, I just punch out and then
Yeah, oh, yeah.
come here.
Yep.
So, I gave you the new,
Mhm.
I gave you the new reports,
Mhm.
Yep.
right, that's yours? Yeah.
That's fine.
And, I'm gonna make copies. And what I'm gonna do, I'll make copies of the police,
Article?
no, his budget with the new officer.
Okay.
Going on to do, Paula. And I gotta call the Board of Health, so that's in there, post the meeting, my copy.
Did we do veterans?
I think we did.
Yes, we did. Oh, never mind. Yes, we did. Yeah,
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 I
yeah.
thought we
We
did.
good.
So I think basically.
So next week is, Board of Health,
Yep, fire, and hopefully I can get the information from, I'm gonna ask Jim first about the animal control. He may have something different than
Okay.
me. That's what he gave me, so, but
which was last, yeah, it's missing.
it's the same as that, and
Yeah.
then we have the school.
At
And,
school.
and I'll ask,
Next
on school.
school.
So school, Board of Health and Fire, and Animal Control.
right, but I'm not gonna have her come in, I'll just see.
No, we just need the
that.
update. We just
And
need
then
it.
we got this,
Correct.
the library's questions, and,
And, West Warren, we'll do them, because we have the comparison next week.
oh yeah, that's on my,
Right?
right, that's on my. And we'll have them to come in, and that's what they spent, and, Board of Health to come in and ask Jim for West Warren, or if not, I'll take the time and find it. And I think that's about it.
Okay.
So, somebody wanna make a motion to adjourn at 4:54?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 4:54.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.